Right. So we were planned to discuss about package, right, earlier session. And top of
Correct.
that, I would like to show you one more how to debug in ODI
Okay.
for the
And were you
topic.
able to install agent?
No, actually, I was not able to. Uh,
Okay.
I'll show you how to do that if you have option. Actually, my system is not supporting Oracle character set.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have to format entire Oracle database and reinstall with the right character set. It's
That's
not
fine.
allowing.
That's fine. I mean, it's okay. Your agent, basically, there is a learning available from Oracle in which they are showing by screenshots how to create different type of agents, standalone, co-located. There are multiple options they are showing. So
Exactly.
I was going through that. So I will try it out later.
That's pretty simple. Okay. And I forgot to explain the options what we have. Either a failure occurs in a load plan. So it
Okay.
has multiple restart options. If it is serial, you should see restart from failure, restart all children. We have multiple
Okay.
options. If you select restart from failure, where this one is failed, it is going to be restarted from this particular failure option. Okay,
So,
and
yes, basically, what I get it, basically this is a load plan, right? In load
yes,
plan, we have added multiple scenarios, whether parallel or serial. Now, let's say at one point it failed. So, for every time, let's say we are talking about this mapping, M table employee first physical. And if this is failed, so we are selecting an option, whether we should restart from new session. I mean, I'm just trying to
yeah.
understand. So restart, like what is this actually?
Restart from new session is simply saying that it is trying to start the entire session again.
Entire session. You mean to say
Yeah.
complete load plan?
Yes, entire session.
No, actually, that's what my question is.
Hmm.
Load plan has multiple scenarios, correct? Parallel and
Yes,
serial. And we are
yes,
selecting it, we are selecting this option for each individual component.
yes. If
So
you want, you can select each individual and you can keep it entire only one.
Uh, no, come again.
See, we have restart options to every scenario.
Right.
If you like to restart from the scenario level, you can do that. If you are not, you can give one restart step to the every step you need.
Uh,
Okay.
so when you select restart from new session, so only this particular scenario will start or the complete load plan will start?
No, this particular scenario will start from the new session.
Okay.
Session is simply saying that this is the session. This is the one which is a session. Okay.
Right.
And if you select the restart from fail step, let's see this one is failed in this particular step
Mm-hmm.
here. If you selected that one, it will try to start from here itself.
Okay.
And if you select that task, it will start entire task again.
Okay. So like
Okay.
generally in production, what people do?
In that's all your dependency, right? If you like to start from, it's like obviously with Informatica. If you have enabled restart from the last checkpoint,
Mm-hmm.
right? It is trying to get the data where it was stopped and it is trying to restart that. But if
Right.
you're working in the banking sectors does not prefer this type of options. They're trying to restart from the scratch only again
Mm-hmm.
because there might be chance of data loss in bankings.
Mm-hmm.
So banking domains doesn't prefer restart from last checkpoint except retails, telecom domains.
Okay.
Mostly, basically my experience. I know banking doesn't.
Okay. So basically we have three options: restart from new session, complete this whole scenario will start, and then restart from failure means uh, uh,
Fail task and fail step.
new session. So there are three things, right?
Yes.
So when you say restart, I see the other option, restart from failure in the root step or in the serial. What is that actually?
This is root step, right? If you select the failure, if it
Hmm.
has multiple steps inside this.
Right.
Okay, so where this one is failed is trying to restart from that particular failure.
Okay.
And if it's failed at, if you'd like to start all the children again, because there's a dependency between mappings.
Right.
In that case,
Right.
if you select all children, that will restart all the children's. This is
Okay.
the sibling children. This is the children for this.
Okay.
Just trying to
Okay.
start everything.
Okay.
And parallel has some other options also. Okay, everything is fine. Okay. Restart all.
Yeah.
Parallel has restart all children or restart from failed children.
Mm-hmm.
Parallel. Okay. So parallel, if you select restart from failed children, how about the let's say you have you have started 10 sessions, I mean 10 scenarios, in a 2 were failed. If you start, restart from failed children, that will start only that particular one, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you have to start all the failed ones individually.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that there we have disadvantage. But serial, that will start automatically, right? One by one, one by one, one by one.
Yeah. Okay.
And that I missed, and I noted something which I missed as part of the session. Let me cover everything here, then I can go.
Okay.
Okay. So we forgot the memos. It is a simple option. It's like, see, let's see, you have a distinct employee. So if you go to Oreo tab, we have seen so far logical and physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't gone through Oreo. This
Mm-hmm.
will show you everything. See the definition tab, so you can give your it's as usual, name and description of a particular mapping. The
Mm-hmm.
executions. So if you have executed this one, instead of
Mm-hmm.
going to, instead of moving to the operator, you can look at
Mm-hmm.
the executions here also. It's
Okay.
a high level executions.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is not showing. Why? Let's start it. See here. So
Mm-hmm.
when you have executed something in the execution tab in a high level, you can look at it over here. Okay, the start time, end time, the duration, return code, number of rows, fetch, how many inserts
Mm-hmm.
there, how many updated, deletes, everything. It will show us everything here.
Okay. And one more question here. Let's
Mhm.
say I executed my load plan and load plan have, let's say, maybe 100 scenarios, for example.
Hmm.
Okay. So sometime instead of going through individual, I might be want to see a report which gives me the status of this high level status of all the 100 scenarios. Is there a functionality in ODI where, for each at a load plan level, I can see the stats?
Like this, right?
Like this for a complete load plan, not just individual mapping. I just want to see, I don't want to go into, there could be 100 mappings. I don't want to
Yeah.
go and see each 100 mapping. I just want to check over there and let see if that works.
Executions tab. Not sure we do, but I believe. Okay. Mm, the steps it is showing, but executions tab.
Or is it available in operator? I don't think so. It's available in operator
No,
at the
operator
load
we
plan
don't.
level. Yeah, because the operator gives for the individual thing. I'm looking for some high level which gives me the stats of whole load plan. Like in DAC, in Informatica, in
Mm-hmm.
DAC actually it gives, let's say something failure or success happens, it sends you the email with all the logs, what happened with each mapping, and whatever the error or success message is. So people
Yes.
are always interested in looking that, okay, my load plan is completed, then a mail is sent to the administrator, okay, your load plan is completed, or if it is failed, these are the statistics. So how do we achieve that kind of thing in ODI?
So if something is failed with the required one, we can achieve using ODI tools, which is available in package. Like when there is a failed path, we are trying to connect that particular to the ODI send email toolbox, and then we are trying to give a configurations the email ID, what you require as the parameters, and we'll connect over there, and we are trying to send the mail when it is failed.
Only for that step which is failed, right?
Yes.
And
Only.
not at the complete load plan level.
No, no, not exactly.
Okay.
If
Okay.
the load plan is failed, we are trying to connect, if that is failed, we are trying to connect that one to the ODI toolbox, ODI send mail option. Then that will also trigger the mail.
No, so my question is that in that email, whether the statistics for whole load plan will be available or only for the failed step?
But only fail step. If you want, let's see, the load plan is going to be have multiple scenarios, right? Each
Correct.
scenario has its own statistics. It does
Correct.
not depend on one to one, and I mean, so one
Correct.
to other one. Each one has a own stats, but in that case we can't achieve, right? We can't take the entire stats of the load plan.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, as in the overview tab, we are seeing just one line for one mapping, correct? One scenario, it
Yes.
will give you the high level, how many rows inserted, updated, or, delete
Yes.
happened, or errors, number of errors. Same way, if I have a table which for all the scenarios listed here, so let's say 100 scenarios, 100 rows are there, and I can get my statistics, okay, where the problem is and where what happened instead of going through each individual scenario. Because let's say it is not an error, but it is failed, but the number of rows inserted is basically the source number of rows were 100 and only inserted are 2, though it's not an error, but it's not correct as well.
See, when you execute this particular step in load plan, that will automatically come here because this is the mapping scenario we are trying to utilizing in load plan, right?
No, I agree with that. So basically, for each, let's say I have 100 scenarios. For each scenario, I will have to go into the overview and see that number, right? But convenient is if everything is for one
No,
load
no,
plan, if everything is available at one place.
no, no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
So far, we don't have the option. I think if you configure this one into DAC, I mean some other scheduling tool, like you
Yeah.
said, that might be possible.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So I think that was gone.
You were talking about memo.
Yeah. So maybe simply nothing, but see the distinct employee, right?
Mhm.
This is a mapping. So this mapping is like a text, text what you're trying to showcase in the mapping. This mapping generates distinct records. See here, and when I'm trying to save this one,
Mhm.
that will show you an option here. Let's refresh it.
There's a refresh button on the top of project, right?
Hmm, not that one. Uh,
You created for
Distantly.
M. Yeah.
That was. Why is this? We
Uh,
saved it, right?
we saved it. Okay. You can do it one more time.
Yeah. See the memo one. It is trying to showcase
Okay.
the memo when you tap your mouse over there, it is trying to show the
Got
it's
it.
trying to
Got it.
show the memo. What is
Got it.
true exactly?
Okay.
It's an
Okay.
overview of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And for the faster debugging purpose, let's see you are trying to debug something in the production, and in the models tab, let's see your is the employee table. Okay, you like to know where this table is exactly utilizing. Okay, and how many mappings you are trying to
Okay.
using this table.
Okay.
So next I click on over there, generate mappings in. This will show you that in where this is the input for the particular mapping.
Okay.
Okay, so and I would like to see the outs, generate mapping out. That is generating how many mappings are utilizing all this stuff. These are the mappings, okay, using employee table as a target.
Got it. And what is this option, generate mapping, if you see here? Like what is this checkbox?
Right?
The checkbox on the right? What does this mean?
Yeah, it's generating mapping, right? This is the mapping, source mapping name. Is this generating mapping?
I mean, what is the purpose of this? If I uncheck or check it, what it is doing?
Not sure exactly. Let's see. If you click over here, you must select a generation folder. I'm sorry. This is the one. I haven't checked the option. Cannot be cached. We do have multiple generation, generating mapping.
Let's try only one mapping and see how it works.
Okay, it's trying to generate the mapping.
But mapping already, okay. I guess my understanding is that if we have multiple folders, then the mapping exists in different folder, and if we want to generate the same mapping in different folder, maybe we can do that.
Might be, exactly. And this is generated in the same folder.
Yeah.
I mean, the folder what we have. If you have
Correct.
multiple
Because
folders, like
maybe
this say,
maybe you can create another folder and see if that works.
yeah, that will be right, obviously.
Yeah. Here we need to select folder 2. And
Right, that is generating automatically a mapping.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Right. And also we have one more option in the models. Let's see, if you expand the model, the data store, here we do have the option filters.
Okay.
Okay, and you can apply a filter here itself.
Okay. So it means if
Okay,
wherever this is used as a source, only
yes,
before getting the data, filter will be applied.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just validate it here, validate query, and just save it. That filter will be applicable here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what is this option, filter active for static control?
See, static control is the one, right? So flow control is the one which is trying to check the data before loading into the table. Static control is the one which is trying to uh, apply all the check controls prior to loading the table. So if you click the option filter active for static control, so prior to loading only it is trying to filtering of the records.
And if I don't
Not
select it, Before extracting data, before extracting it will apply filter?
Extracting apply will filter, but you know it's applying before static control.
No, can you repeat that? Actually, I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, sure. See, we do have two options. One is the flow, one is the static.
Mm-hmm.
So the flow is trying to, it's $1. Okay. So it is trying to apply the check controls prior to loading into the table. I'm sorry, post
Mm-hmm.
loading into the table. The static is the one which is applying prior to the loading. So
Okay,
where
so
you're
you
trying
mean
to,
to say, let's say I have loaded data into the target table and then it is checking.
yes,
So like, but how it will affect? Because data is already loaded. Whether it is right or wrong, what difference it will make?
where?
So let's say I have this flow option $I and data is already loaded into the target table. And now it is going to check whether the load is correct or not, right?
No, it doesn't load on target table. It loads on the integration, the staging table, which is $1 table.
Oh, so it will basically load into staging table and then check whether the filter is applied or not.
No, on static only. That is applicable static. Flow is different, right?
So,
What you said right, what you said is right, but that is true in static.
so before loading into staging or after loading into staging, static will do?
Before. It
Before
checks
loading
before
into staging.
while loading.
Okay.
Yes.
And what flow will do?
Flow will do it's post loading into $1 table.
Okay, so after this it is loaded into staging table, then it will check
Yes.
whether the data is correctly filtered or not.
Yes.
So let's say data is not correctly filtered because
Mhm.
this filter is, because whenever I am selecting, I'm not selecting this option static, it means the filter will be applied only after only on staging data, correct?
This will
Not at the source
apply.
table.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Either you apply the filter on the source table or either you apply the filter on the staging table.
Staging table. Yes. But this
So
filter is only applying this particular source table. It doesn't move on to the one where you're trying to use the mapping.
no, but I understand. We are applying this filter on the staging table. My question is that what this filter active for static control, how it will make a difference? Because in both ways we are applying to source table, correct?
Hmm. Yes. The filter active for static control.
What it will do?
So to expand this one, just trying to activating the filter in static control. Okay, okay, okay. Think let's see.
Okay.
Is applying the filter for. I'm sorry. This is pretty sure. So we are trying to apply the filter. When you apply the filter here, that is applicable to the entire data store. But when you check out this option, I think this is going to be work out in the static control also. I mean, say you're trying to say to the data store, you are going to be activate for the static control also.
No,
Let's see.
that's what I'm trying to understand. What is the meaning of that?
Uh,
Activate for static control.
let's see that.
Okay.
Let's view data. Okay. Just trying to get all the data. This come default, the filter option. And and get your target parallelly employee.
Flow control you want to select false.
Just trying to apply filter over there itself. That's pretty sure. But what does makes sense? It's given in both cases. I believe this shouldn't become in the active filter active for static control, but this shouldn't become here. Static control we select as true.
Right. So post integration control, I mean, what it is doing, what it's doing. That's my question is.
No, static control is that's the one I have explained the difference. That is trying to check apply to the loading, and flow should be post loading. That is the main difference between these two. But it doesn't check on target table. It usually checks in the staging area where it is trying to load here. These two is the difference. But how this makes difference? That shouldn't be active. So we have selected as a true option here. Come on. That shouldn't be active.
Okay.
As per my knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Got stuck. That is the one where I'm trying to show you, but I'm not sure why that is coming still. We have selected static as active flow.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, now we can move. I was just curious. So.
Okay. My PC got stuck.
And now also, do you have any idea about Oracle SOA suite?
No, SOA
Okay.
no.
Okay.
And finally, we do have, let's take one mapping here. Whatever you want. And on top of, when this one is open, on top of that, we can see an option here, debug session.
Okay.
So when you start a debug session, it is trying to start the debugger with the required options. And
And I see there are two options. What is besides that debugger? There is one more bug, small bug.
that is disconnecting debugger.
Okay. So this debugger, it should start, I mean, when we should debug, either our mapping is failing, because we will come to know about the failure only in after we executed the session, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It works slightly informatic what it does exactly. You
Okay.
can filter out, you can find out if there are any data issues. You can
Okay.
check the data exactly
Okay.
where it's filtering out. It's taking too long. Yeah.
What happened?
My system is stuck totally, so it's taking too long.
Okay. I mean, you can close other application like SQL Developer and
But no problem with SQL. So it will open a window like this.
okay.
So see, we do have options here. See, this is the option where you can view the data to every step. This is not activated initially, and when you're trying to move into the step-by-step process, and this one coming to here, loading the data, you can view the, it will be automatically activate.
Okay.
Okay, and this is the step info, what this does exactly. When you click over here, it's trying to showcase here the step info, and the post we have next, click on, go to the next step, go to the, see the options enabled now. The step info, it is bit slow. So I click on step info, it's trying to showcase the step here, and the step info, the next step, this is a step. Okay, and also the next step, right? And see here, it is trying to showcase you the task type. This is a task is trying to execute. And here, if you try to the get data, just click over here, it is trying to showcase in one more window drop table. Okay, this is the data, and see the step info will be is going to be disable mode. Then we have next task, run to the next task.
Okay.
So just click over here. Just trying to go to the next step, and if you'd like to view data, go get data, and you can see the code over here.
Okay.
In the same way, just click on next task. It will go to the load data. Here we can see the data, get the data, and if you are trying to run this SQL code, it will showcase you the data over here. Look at the data here. What is the data it is trying to fetch? Okay. So, and the target data and SQL code. When this is when the data is appended, it is trying to show you the target data. And the next step is analyze work table. So analyze the table is trying to take the stats on the work table. See, and just click on the get data. So this is the source one, this is target one, and here is trying to get the stats on the work table to improve performance. And the next step, just click on run to next task. Okay, so I like this. It is trying to showcase us the options. It went to the next task. Okay, and just click on the step info now. Right, and you can view the data and go to the next task now. So we used to have, wherever you want to debug, just go to there and get data exactly. And you can find out where that one is trying to filtering out the records, or we are trying to missing out the records exactly. Okay, and you can disconnect it over here. This one, this is a disconnect to the debug session.
Okay.
That one, session is completed. Right. Okay. That's two options what we have exactly. Okay, so I'll go and give one brief introduction about the package, and we'll see multiple options tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I don't have any packages. Let's create a package here. Okay, so when this is trying to create the package, yeah, this is set to create. Okay, so when the package is created, it is trying to show you multiple options over here. Right, so we do have multiple options over here, so we can utilize the option whatever we want in the runtime. Okay, so let's see mappings. If you'd like to run a mapping here, just drag and drop your mapping onto the package.
Mhm. So in package, we can have mappings as well as scenarios and everything, or only mappings?
So it does have mappings. If you want scenarios, we can choose the scenarios also.
Okay.
You can drag and drop the scenarios, you can drag and drop the mappings, whatever you want.
Mhm.
And we can debug packages also. So like what we did in
Mhm.
mapping as it is. Okay. And let's take one more also.
Mhm.
Okay. I have taken two mappings.
Mhm.
I'm trying to take one more, third one. Okay. So we need
Mhm.
to connect mapping one by one, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. So to connect, see here, we do have the option okay. Okay. So okay is showing that simply the success path.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And just connect it over here. Okay path.
Mhm.
And see here and just click on the free choice. It
Mhm.
doesn't available. We have to take the mouse. Okay. Let's see if this one is failed.
Mhm.
Okay. If that one is failed, you would
Mhm.
like to send a mail.
Mhm. Internet?
Yes. So if you like to, come on. Okay. So on right before, right next to the OK option, we do have KO option.
Mhm.
Okay. So just select that, and if this is failed, just connect to the ODA send mail,
Okay.
and let's see the KO option here.
Mhm.
Right. You can select multiple mappings to the one send mail option. If anyone is
Mhm.
failed, that will trigger the mail.
Okay.
Okay. And we do have multiple options over here like this. If this is failed, this is trying to send a mail. When you click over here, that will showcase you the options,
Mhm.
ODA send mail options. So we need to configure all the mail servers, the port,
Mhm.
and what are we want during runtime.
Mhm.
So that will configure over here with the help of your EdX admin, and the two option, the CC option, BCC, the subject, if you have any attachments.
Mhm. Mhm.
It supports entire, okay. Then you can do whatever you want, and you can select those options accordingly and connect that one to the send mail option. That will trigger the
Mhm.
mail automatically. If you like to
Okay.
connect uh, to the success, you can connect to
Mhm.
that. We do have that option also. Okay, when this is failed, that will
Mhm.
trigger the mail. Success, that will trigger the mail.
Mhm.
And let's brief about the options what we have here. Let's see. This is the KO. So I'm sorry, this is the OK option. This is the KO option, which is a failed step. When you click on here, that will see that won't show you the options. That is going to be hiding those OK options.
Mhm.
And look at here, that is only have KO only.
Mhm.
If you'd like to enable that and disable the KO, I mean that is not disabled. It's trying to hiding that internally.
Okay.
That was not disabled. That is hiding only.
Mhm.
Okay, and see, I can find out what is the true path, what is the failed path easily.
Yeah. And also, For example, like, you know, in Informatica, we have the command, like pre and post command, where I want to execute some script or something before, you know, before I load any data, or after the load is successful, I want to execute some command, Unix command or some script. How should I do that? Like we have Informatica command task in Informatica.
We do have the task right here in the Utilities tab. ODI OS command.
ODI
So
OSC.
OS command. OS
Okay,
command.
OS command.
Operating
Okay.
system. Yeah. So you can
Okay.
execute those commands here. Right. You can put your, but this is platform dependent. You have
Mm-hmm.
written your code in Windows, but you're trying to execute the code in Unix.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. That shouldn't be applicable. The OS command should be, you have to write your own OS command according to the environment.
Mm-hmm.
With the command you are trying to execute, the output file, header file, append
Mm-hmm.
output file. Is also all of the options what we have. So you're trying to utilize during runtime. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we do have option. Let's see if you like to go and check the mapping, this mapping. Okay. And see here, edit linked object. If you click
Mm-hmm.
on this, it is trying to open those linked objects.
Mm-hmm.
Not opening. See here. So I just click on over here, and if you click on the object, it is trying to open that particular object entirely, what it is doing exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can debug it over here, and if you'd like to execute the package, the printing options, if you'd like to print as a PDF file entire format, you
Mm-hmm.
can print out. Okay, if you'd like to save the diagram, print your diagram. That is
Mm-hmm.
going to be checking the options. Okay, and this
Okay.
is for the errors detection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we'll see the file options in the next session, how the files, oh, see, entire stuff won't be work right in local PC. I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to showcase you some commands, how that works,
Okay.
and I'll try to explain you how we can automate the CTC during runtime.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so what I left, and I'll show you how to, in Windows, how the file is going to be copy, delete, some
Mm-hmm.
move, and we do have file wait also. If you would like to wait for one of the file watcher, the
Okay.
file wait
Yeah.
option will work out.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay,
that will be good. Okay.
right. So we do have many options, but I'll try to showcase you only some of the options only because everything
Mm.
won't work here.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye-bye.